Dublin, Ireland, here is Philip, the Honey Badger Mulpeter.
Philip, so just start with the beginning. How did you get into MMA, and did you do any other martial arts before?
No, I never did any martial arts before I got into MMA. I was a bit of a lazy kid. A little bit of football, Gaelic football and rugby. I kind of always was inclined to get into fights in them, and I liked it. So I seen the UFC on TV, and after I seen that, then I fell in love with it and wanted to do it, and found a gym in Dublin and started from there.
Okay. So when did you decide you wanted to become a professional fighter?
I actually decided, like, I found a gym. It all happened pretty quick, like it was within a couple of months. I found a gym and I was like, right, I want to do this and I want to put all my heart into it. And it sounds a bit weird, but from day one I always wanted to go all the way to the top. So when I started out, I was straight away I wanted to be a professional fighter. So I stopped working and just went straight into the gym as a complete beginner and went full time at it. So from day one I always wanted to be the professional.
Okay. So after a month at SPG, you went to Thailand to train there, right?
Yeah. So I was training in SPG for a month. Chris Fields handed it to me one day in sparring, gave me a bit of a whooping. So I was like, I'm going to Thailand, I'm going to learn how to kickbox, and I'm coming back to get him. So I went to Thailand for 3 months and I stayed out there. I learned a lot, got good enough stand-up out there. Did a bit of jiu-jitsu, came back, was training for like a month or two when I got back, and straight into my first fight. It all happened pretty quick.
Yeah. So the next fight is against John Maguire, an ex-UFC guy. What does it mean for you to be fighting a former UFC fighter?
Yeah, I try to just like treat it as a normal fight. I know it's a step up in competition, which is what I'm looking for. So I'm really excited for it. I'm treating it the same way. I always treat all my fights the same way, so I'm just going to go in there and I'm going to go at him and I'm going to get the win, and it's going to be a big win for me, and I'm looking really forward to getting in there.
Now you're fighting on New Year's Eve, you know, really close to Christmas. How are the holidays when you're fighting so close to Christmas?
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Christmas is gone this year. It's postponed till New Year's Day. So I'm going to just keep indoors, keep training, keep the head down, maybe not visit anyone, be a bit of a Grinch, no food, I'll be cutting weight, so it's a bit of a nightmare, but I don't mind, it'll be worth it to get in there and get the win.
Yeah. Now you're fighting at lightweight, do you have to cut a lot of weight, and how does the process go?
Yeah, so this fight's actually at 160, it's a catch weight, so it's not too bad. I didn't really cut much weight at welterweight. I walk around like 81, 82 kilos. When I start training then, I drop down to like 80, so this fight's at 73 kilos. So I've got 7 kilos, which isn't too bad for me. Like, I make it pretty easy. Maybe 1 kilo water weight, not much more than that. Like, it might be a bit harder now that it's Christmas, so there'll be a bit more temptation anyway, when I'm good.
Your nickname is Honey Badger. Where does that come from?
The honey badger is a little badger. It's like one of the most feared animals in the jungle or in the wild. Like, it just goes around looking for food, and lions get in its way and it just like fucking charges at them, runs them out of the way. And a couple of the guys from the gym seen a video of it and they compared my fighting style to the honey badger. That I always go forward and I'm not afraid of anything, so it's kind of stuck with me ever since.
I spoke with Chris Fields, who we're going to see a little bit later, also from SPG. He said you will not be disappointed from a performance by Mulpeter.
It's really chilled out here. I really like Iceland. It's good to get away. It's a different. I don't think it's as hard paced as back home. It's more technical maybe, and you get to kind of work on new stuff. And yeah, back home the sparring's much harder, but here you can kind of like try new things, and it's good to have a bit of both. So I have half it here, and then I get hard sparring when I go home too. So not that I don't get hard sparring here, but it's good, the mixture of different styles.
So, besides training, what have you been doing here in Iceland?
Not much. Training all the time, but reading a lot, looking at fights, thinking about fighting. That's basically it. We got to go to the Blue Lagoon, it was pretty cool. It was outdoor, -10, froze my hair and stayed warm down underneath the water, but it was cool. It's a good experience to be out here.
Now, what are your future goals as a fighter?
get to the UFC. First of all, to win the lightweight cage warriors belt, beat John Maguire. Then I'm going to beat Stevie Ray or Ivan Buchanan, whichever one of them win the belt on New Year's Eve. And then I'm going to the UFC. And then I'm going all the way to the top. I want the UFC strap.
All right. Good luck with that, and thank you for this interview.
Cheers, bro. Thank you.